Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. Today I am canning jalapenos. So I'm going to can some Cowboy candy. Yes, I am. I don't even know if we're going to have any kind of a garden this year, just because we're going to be remodeling, and yeah, we still need to build the big greenhouse and all those things and do the garden beds. So I purchased 4 pounds of jalapenos. I've washed and rinsed them. This recipe comes from the Ball website. So the Ball Blue Book website, you go on there and put jalapenos in the search bar and it'll come up with the recipe and the safety and the safe guidelines. So it calls for 4 pounds. I'm hoping I have that. If I don't quite have 4 pounds and I have extra brine, I will save the brine in the refrigerator and go get some more jalapenos. But I don't have the receipt to tell me if that was 4 pounds or not. I bought a big bag full. Okay, I have a colander full. That's all I need. You need sugar, mustard seed. I'm using apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. You can most certainly use white vinegar. I believe that's what's in the recipe. You just want to make sure somewhere on the bottle, right here on the ingredients, it says 5% acidity. You need that 5% acidity right there. Okay. 3 cups of that. Sugar, I said that. Jalapenos, you need turmeric, garlic, and cayenne. And the cayenne, this is interesting. I could not find my cayenne, and I have a big, giant thing of it. But I had a chili seasoning mix that has a little packet of cayenne, and I believe I only need a half a teaspoon. That'll be it. Okay. That's going to give it some more heat. And we need garlic. We need 6 cloves of garlic. And did I say turmeric? And of course, this canning session is going to be brought to you by 4 Jars. 4 Jars for the win. These have the best canning lids and rings. So if you ever order their lids and rings together, you're going to get the new rings. These do not corrode as much as the other inexpensive rings you get when you buy a rack of jars. Okay, let's just put it that way. These absolutely stay phenomenal. I haven't got one yet that has lost its integrity at all, which, you know, it's just there to keep the flat on, but it's nice to have good quality stuff. My link is down below. If you put Linda's Pantry, all one word, it will, it's down below. You're going to get 10% off. Linda's Pantry 10. You'll get 10% off your complete order. I'm standing on the anti-fatigue mat from 4 Jars. It's the best mat. I mean, I've stood my whole life. When I did hair, I stood, and my mat that I paid an exorbitant amount of money that my chair sat on was not this good. So, top quality. Everything is top quality. They have timers. They have the jar openers. They have all kinds of good stuff. Let me grab. Yep, that's what I need right there. I need a knife. I'm going to start whacking this garlic up. And I should have, actually, I think I still can. I'm going to put a paper towel down so that all that garlic skin can go on that towel. And it'll still whack because I'm going to chop stuff up on here. I'm going to use my Vidalia Chop Wizard. So this calls for you to do rings, I think. Is that right? Let's see what it says. Jalapeno sliced in rings. I did that last time, and I did not care for it. And I'm going to tell you why. The rings, when you want to use it in a recipe, like I make Cowboy cornbread with Cowboy candy in it. And if you get a hold of the whole ring, it's too hot. So the diced jalapenos, I found I'd rather not have to open the jar and have to chop up that sticky mess when it's already chopped. There was no recipe that I needed rings in. So this garlic's on its way to the bin. Anyway, so that's why I do chopped. I like it much better. And I'm going to get this garlic choppy. And my mouth's watering. So I have something I'm going to be going to this weekend, And I want to make Cowboy candied cornbread for it. And yeah, you got to have it. I needed it the other night. I put it in my baked beans and took it to work. I was the hit. They're still talking about those beans. So, not that that's why I did it. I did it because, sharing with my coworkers. They got corned beef and cabbage today. Okay. Yeah, these guys are all trying to sprout. So, I don't know that I'm crazy about that. I have to go grab a new bulb that's not sprouting. Let's take this. I'm going to go ahead and I'll pause and come back to, well, maybe I can get one off of here. These feel like they're all going funky south too. Yeah. Let me go. I'm going to go grab the rest of my garlic. Sorry about that. And I'll be right back. I'm back. I've got my garlic all chopped, and it's a nice pile of garlic. I love it. There were some big cloves on the new bulb. Those I got. Okay, I need a garbage bowl for this. Let me just put it in here. I'll just put them in this to catch my ends. And I like to help out the Vidalia Wizard, Chop Wizard. I'll try to leave a link for this. It's one of the best gadgets I've ever owned. It is phenomenal. When you want to cut up this kind of stuff, you're golden. And I like to keep the peppers, and you want seeds and all, and you're going to chop it with don't do it yet, sister. I see something. This is the cleaner, but there's another one right there. Weird. Okay. And this is going to be loud. So you just you're chopping, and it's going to fill up. This holds 2 cups to there. So it holds about 4 cups. We're not concerned. They don't give you cup measurements. They're giving you pound measurements. So we're going to continue on and choppy chop. And there you go. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. Seeds and all, chop it away. You can cut them lengthwise if you want and see if that works better. That might work better even. Oof. I can smell the jalapenos. And I will tell you, when I pick out jalapenos in the grocery store, if I can find, let me see if I can find one. There wasn't too many of them because you want this hot. It's supposed to be hot. You know when you get the jalapenos and they have the brown cracks, like dried, almost little stripes on them? They're hot. So beware. That is an indication that you are getting a hot pepper. So, yeah. Okay. If you've made Cowboy candy before, let me know in the comment section, and then I would love to hear what you do with it. Do you put it on pizzas? Ooh, that's really loud. I think I'll wait till I'm off of here. But do you put it on pizza? Do you put it on cream cheese? What do you do with it? I go through it so fast, and now I have to keep up because my daughter uses it as well. So she gets some too. Okay, I'm going to continue this because that's way too loud for you. And I'm anxious to see what you say in the comment section. It is a cold, rainy day. I'm going to be using my steam canner. I have my jars in here. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that far away, but I have my jars are in here. I've got 9 jars, and my 4 jars of lids are in a ramekin with water in it. I will heat up the steam canner, which will heat the jars. They've already been washed and cleaned in the dishwasher, but this will temper them for the canning process. It gets them nice and hot. They stay hot, and I add a little more water to the steam canner. It's only going to have to go for 15 minutes once it comes up to the zone that I need. So, again, I'll get to chopping, and then we'll get to dropping. We are ready to start this process. So I have the cutting board. As you see, when you're chopping, even when you're careful, you end up with seeds everywhere and garlic. So I've got most of the peppers are in here. I still have some more. I'm going to show you. And I'll bring you in close at some point. But I want all those seeds. I want all that garlic. We're going to get that all in the pot. And I'm using a 5-quart Cuisinart pot. This pot is definitely down in my Amazon store, as well as, I believe, the Vidalia Chop Wizard. But that's good enough. If you do get oils from the jalapeno on your skin, soap and water, oh, okay, that really doesn't work. It'll still be there. I once chopped jalapenos, had gloves on, all that, but I had touched a couple of them, and then I washed my hands several times, took a shower, actually then took my contacts out the next morning when I went to put my contacts in. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to go blind before I could get it back out of my eye. Literally, it hurts so bad. So I'm super respectful and careful of any kind of hot pepper. So it chops them up that big. Perfect. And they cook down, but I think the small blade would be too small. So let's just get those in here. We don't want to waste any of them. Like I said, I probably took my gloves off too soon. I could have got every last chunk. And I'm hoping this is about 4 pounds of jalapenos. Okay. Now we're going to get that. It goes in the dishwasher out of my sight. Oh. Okay. Now we'll get to the other measurements, which are sugar, vinegar. Let's do our vinegar. Because, I need 3 cups of vinegar. And I'm looking at the recipe. 3 cups of 5% acidity. And this, because you're putting turmeric in it, this isn't going to matter that it's a different color than white vinegar. This is what I typically use is cider vinegar. It adds a little element of flavor. So I love this little vintage measuring cup. The measurements are on both sides, and it's got pour spouts on 3 sides of it. So, I'm left-handed. Measuring tools are not made for lefties. 3 cups of vinegar. Ooh, we're going to be close. Okay, I'm shy. I'm going to fill that up. So, hold please. Okay, I'm back. I had another apple cider vinegar over there. So, apple cider vinegar, 3rd cup in, done. Woo! So excited. When jalapenos, next time they go on sale, I am just going to jar up another huge batch of them because they haven't been super cheap. I think I paid $1.49, something stupid. I just feel like jalapenos should be like 79 cents a pound. Come on. Okay, how many cups of sugar would you like? 4. So there's 1. And, oh yeah, this is an easy beginner's recipe, and it will surprise your family, and it makes great Christmas gifts, party gifts. I've wrapped it up for a party and taken a thing of cream cheese and a cute plate and given it as a gift. Or like this week, I'm going to make Cowboy candy cornbread. Yes. Okay. There's my 3 cups of sugar and modular mates. Yes. Love these. They're like the best organization tool in the kitchen ever. So my mustard seeds, these are organic mustard seeds. I order them online to make mustard. And hold on. There we go. How many mustard seeds do we need? 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of mustard seeds. 1 and 2. That's it? Okay. I went through all that searching to find them. For that, okay, now I need a half a teaspoon of the cayenne. I'm scared. I already cut the little envelope open. Actually, cayenne's really good. It's usually not that. It's got some heat, but it's not horrible. Okay, that was about. Oh, yep. I'm gonna say that's the whole thing is a half a teaspoon. This whole packet. No wonder they just give you a little packet. They tell you to add that. You measure with your heart. Okay, and I'm gonna turn on my steam canner. I'm just gonna get it started here, and because this doesn't take that long. You are literally minutes away from jarring it up, and your sugar acts like a liquid. So, okay, and then turmeric. I need 2 teaspoons of turmeric. I had to search for this as well, so we're gonna do 4 of these. 1 gives it that classic pickle color. So you don't want to use utensils that you are not okay with turning yellow. This is the official jalapeno or any pickle stirring device. Okay. And I always have this on hand because, well, I put it on the dog's homemade dog food. Okay. There's that. And I believe we are done. And we are going to take this to the stove. We're going to bring it to a boil. And, we're almost ready to jar up. I'll be right back. Okay, so I literally have done this both ways. I've done it like I just showed you and dumped everything in the same pot and brought it up to temperature. It does have to simmer, so you're going to bring it up to a boil. When you don't feel any more grit from the sugar, then you can turn it down to medium and let it simmer for 15 minutes. When your jalapenos start turning that army green and you can tell they're absorbing that turmeric and all of that, then you're ready to jar it up. This guy will be ready to share the jars and the lids will be perfect. Everything's going to come together super easy. Like I said, I've done it both ways. Sometimes you have to modify the instructions a little bit to suit your needs. And literally, I could have done double of what I've got in here. But that's okay. I don't know. I'm hoping I fill all the jars. I don't know if I will or not. I can't really judge that. I got a light right above me. I don't like that. Okay. I am going to let this come up to a simmer. It's going to simmer or boil. I'm going to turn it down. It's going to just simmer for 15 minutes, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll be jarring them up to put in the canner. Now that we've had 15 minutes of a simmer on this, and it smells so good. And you can see here, I'll show you. You can see the peppers have turned like an army green, and the seeds and the garlic have grabbed onto the turmeric. So you can see we're ready. 15 minutes, done deal. And now we're going to jar this up. I've got 3 hot jars out of the steam. Oh, I can't pick them up like that very easily. Oh my gosh. I'm hoping I don't make a mess here. I have my hot lids right here. They were in the steam canner as well. I did soak this paper towel with vinegar because there's sugar in here. So sugar. And we're just going to scoop this up. Hot jars, hot product, hot canner. Oh, yes. And I'm just going to tell you, I use this. I think I've told you in other videos. You want a 1/2 inch of headspace. So I use this in recipes. You can marinate a pork shoulder roast, 1/2 inch of headspace. Boom. Oh, well, can have a little bit more. Okay, now we're good. You want to debubble, debubble, debubble. Oh, I want something to set my debubble tool down on. I don't want to stain everything in sight, so we'll go ahead. And that way I've got something to set it. You're going to debubble. I don't want to touch the jar because I know it's hot, hot, hot. And if you're not sure where your headspace is, there's measurements right here. There's also measurements right on the canning funnel, the 4 jars canning funnels. So right here is a 1/2 inch. So if I go like that, oh, I could use a little bit more. So I'm just going to give it a little bit more. And we'll try that again. You want it, oh, perfect. You want it to just sit on the top of the liquid. Does that make sense? 1/2 inch, done. I always kind of feel like, oh, I didn't do enough, but, or I did too much. One or the other. Okay. Now we're going to wipe the rim of the jar. And you're actually, while you're wiping, look at that. See, it gets off a lot. While you're wiping, you're actually trying to feel for any nicks or cracks or any imperfections in the top of that jar. Even though I inspect them when they come out of the dishwasher, all that. But then they go down in, in the storage and in the extended pantry. Now, this jar, fingertip tight for the rings only. And this jar with the 4 jars lid is ready. Look at that beauty. I like it when it has red in there too, but I didn't have any red jalapenos. So, okay, we're going to put this in the canner and we're going to start rotating jars over to us. And we'll get this jar over here. We'll take this one, grab it and bring it. Oh, yeah, I already made a mess. I tried as hard as I could, but apparently it wasn't hard enough. Okay, in we go. Ooh, 1 scoop will do ya. I know I'm going to need more. Now that I know right where it is. I got this. Okay, again, wipe, feeling, debubble, for goodness. It's pretty liquidy. It really doesn't need a whole bunch, but re-wipe. I'm going to grab another towel with vinegar and we're going to rinse and repeat, as Lisa would say. Get yourself, get your ring on. If your ring gives you the business, get another ring. Don't, because I've had jar fails because of that. So you don't want to do that. We're going to get this jar in the canner. And you're going to have some floaters. Don't worry, that brine is delicious. Nobody's going to cry because you put brine in their actual jalapeno cowboy candy. It had too much brine. I don't believe that's even a thing. Okay. I probably could have used some more jalapenos, actually. Just saying. That's all right. Next time when I go to the store, I will definitely weigh out how many jalapenos I am purchasing, so I know. And when this cools, it's going to kind of get candified. Is that a word? Candified. Ooh. Syrupy syrup. Place your lid and your beautiful ring. 4 jars for the win. I hope you guys go over and visit their website. They have kitchen towels. They have, and I could have put one out here, but I don't want to ruin them. They have, oh, look, see, we got a lot of floating. But that's okay. It'll settle down. I'm not worried about it. They have, and you could, okay, so let's do this way this time. Let's just scoop out. Since we're getting too much liquid, we're going to scoop out the jalapenos and we'll add some brine. Because I think we have too much brine to jalapeno ratio. Now we're going to grab, I want enough jalapenos in the jar. Oh, and let's see what we got now. That is better. Got a nice thick consistency going down. Okay. And we're going to go over here. Ooh, I think I probably could do a couple more. There you go. All right. Wipe the rim. There you go. So the rest of these I'm definitely pulling, and I'm probably going to empty that one jar, or maybe that's the jar I'll use first for the cornbread I'm going to make. I definitely want it full of jalapenos. And save the brine. You can can the brine as well. Fingertip tight, hot jar, hot canner. In we go. No floaters. Yeah, I'll use. I'm gonna get this one. I don't like that. I'm gonna get this one open, and we'll maybe. Oh, hotsy totsy. Okay, take that lid off. It hasn't touched anything yet. Put it back in that hot water. Let's try to empty this jar. Woo! Hot asbestos fungus. So let's go here, and we'll grab our handy dandy. I really do like this thing. I've used this for a couple of canning and or cooking projects. So I was like, I need to strain out some seeds. It works really well. I used it for tomatoes. Okay. Now we'll get some of the sauciness in here. And if you get too much, you're just going to scoop it into another jar. I think I got too much in this one for sure. I see it. Okay, so I'm going to get a spoon to get that moving along here. There's no mess like a good mess, right? Oh, yeah. So we need to spoon off some of this. I'm going to spoon it into the next jar. Yep. That's why I would not, if you've got a favorite towel, this is about half an inch. If you have a favorite towel, it wouldn't be what I would use for this project. Grab that debubbling tool. Let's make sure. I probably shouldn't have worn a nice sweatshirt, but I have pretty good luck in the kitchen without aprons. I'd like an apron, but I don't know what I haven't found one I really love. So, okay, put that lid back on, and there you go. You can always redo your fingertip tight in the canner. I'd rather have the jars really full of jalapenos than floaters. And we may not get as many. Like I said, I'm going to be doing another batch of jalapeno or candied jalapenos, but I think, I'm probably only going to get 5 or 6 jars, which is just fine. I'm going to grab some more when I go to the store. I would like to have a dozen at least, because they go really fast, and everybody absolutely loves them. They always cry about it because it's hot, but the dogs are fussing about somebody pulling up, but nobody's here. I don't know. Okay. They're making sure. Okay, here we go. Next jar. Ooh, look at how pretty. I'm excited. Oh, I could use some more. Half an inch. Don't cheat yourself. I'm going to get another towel I have ready right over here. And I just got my vinegar. There we go. I'm going to get a new towel. Okay. And there we go. All right, I'm going to finish this last jar. I guess I can leave you here because I'm pretty sure that's all I'm going to get out of here. But, oh, look at that. Looky. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. Let's fill this last jar and see what we got. I don't even know if I can get a whole jar out of this. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Let's try. I might be able to pull this off. Or this might be the floater. I don't know. I think I have enough in here. Yes. So I'm going to end up with 6 half pints. What does the recipe call for? I don't know. I don't remember. And I'm saving this brine because it's perfectly good. Okay. I gotta look and see. I think it was. Yeah, I think I needed more jalapenos. Okay, this is too full. I don't want to scoop out any of that garlic. Leave that in there. Okay, half an inch. Perfect. Get this bad boy. So I will go to the store and I will grab more jalapenos. I'm going to grab 4 pounds this time. And I'll add it to this brine and I'll measure out how much is in there. I don't want to waste the vinegar or the sugar or any of it. Oh, did I pokey Joe? I don't think I pokey Joe'd. Typically, you don't necessarily need to, but just in case. Better safe than sorry. Okay. Yep. And in the canner it goes. So I'll turn that steam canner on. We're going to let that steam can for 15 minutes. Once I get a really good steady stream coming out and it's in the green zone for my altitude, that's when I start my timing. And I'll be back when I'm taking them out. Okay, guys. The canner went for 15 minutes and then I tipped the lid and let the steam come out. And it's been sitting here for 10 minutes. It's fine. I'm going to take these jars out. And as you can see, you're going to still see a little bit of floating. Not much, though. I filled those pretty good. And your rings will loosen up. Leave them alone. Yeah. So like here, I don't know if you can see that. I feel like there's a little bit of floaty floats, but not bad. Those might have been the first 2 jars because these have 0. Oh, yeah. These are wonderful. So 6 jars. Half pint jars, and I am super excited because 4 jars for the win. Well, I guess I can put it there. I don't know where I want it. Okay. My steam canner did fantastic. Over here, let me put the lid on now. I didn't want it to, it's going to say barbecue on the top. It's a lid that I used for barbecue sauce, and I reuse these for stuff like this. I'm saving this brine because I'm going to make another batch, but I'm going to put this brine in the fridge when it cools all the way down. It's cooled to warm, it's warm, but it's not hot anymore. I am super excited, but I want at least 6 more jars on my shelf. I actually would be so happy if I could get 8 or 9 more. And then I don't have to worry about it for the next couple of years till we get our garden going. And my daughter's going to ask for some. Yeah, you just can't get away from it. Anyways, I hope it inspires you to try your hand at home canning Cowboy candy. It's super easy. It's so delicious. And let me know in the comment section, would you like to see a video on canning marinated mushrooms? Because I really need some on my shelf. And I really want to do mushrooms, but I don't know that they're that cost effective anymore. And then what canning projects would you like to see next? Let me know in the comments below. And I so appreciate each and every one of you leaving me a comment, a thumbs up, and subscribing to the channel because it helps my channel grow. It helps me put out more content for you, and I so appreciate you. All right. Bye. this recipe on the Ball website, and it's candied jalapenos. They are delicious and so useful in so many recipes. I have a recipe coming up for you making muffins, so stay tuned.